Well. Look at this, guys. I'm on wheels.
So what you're saying is I'm the only one that just gets tipped over if you're like, shut up, dude.
Welcome on in, everyone, to the return of the Behind the Counter podcast. Let me just make sure our sound's good here. Yep, good. We are live here on Insane Games TV, the all-new Behind the Counter set, minus what will be our table. This isn't going to be our table, but we're getting there. You know, it's baby steps. We're getting there. The place looks magnificent. And the new set, look at this. Now, out of all the sets we've had for Behind the Counter, let's see if we can try to name all of them. We've had the one at Northway, which kind of tops them. Remember, the Northway one was pretty good. Well, it had all the stuff behind it.
Yeah, that one has the affinity of being the first one, and that was really like a product of all of our stuff collecting on one wall.
So it had everything kind of, it had multiple TVs, it kind of had the stuff. And then we moved from the Wilton, we were over here to Wilton. Then we kind of had the seating area, which was nice, different routine, different setup there. We fooled around with that a little bit. And then we had to set up at the store. Well, now this is like no interruptions, no phones, no people walking in on us. Now we have the store way over there, being controlled by someone else. Yes, Boder, the light is shining right on my dome piece here.
The shine is pretty out of line.
We'll have to, and the lights aren't even on. Like, just these middle lights are on. We don't even have the exterior lights on. So, we have a lot of, it's always a good thing.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Could it be
My watch is talking to me.
Yeah, what's the program for that? Because that didn't sound like Siri.
No, well, my guy's British. My guy is a British guy.
What's your guy's name?
I don't know. Howard?
Shut up, Howard.
Shut your mouth, Howard.
But what's looking so good is that we have. It's always a good thing to have the options of moving things around. Like these lights can move around. We can add more lights, turn them on. Half the lights aren't even on right now. So we're kind of getting there. And guess what? It's quiet.
Until Tom gets that drill.
There's no. No demand printing. No mall music.
It is actually very.
Well,
clear.
here's because God knows all I want for Christmas is coming, and
those lights do need to get moved. They're right on.
Crank it a little bit.
So, but nonetheless, we are here. First show. Well, Dave's kind of been here, just behind the construction barriers. So,
since I'm officially back, Wrecking Ball's back, baby.
I didn't see that. I like the addition to the Venom pops. You know what, Dave? What we may have to start doing is the Venom, Marvel Venom, and Marvel 10-year anniversary. Those are the ones that we put up for the set. And I don't know if you saw. Do you know all the new Venom ones that are coming out? GameStop exclusives.
The Fantastic Fours, a lot of iconic characters that haven't gotten a Venomized interpretation yet.
Like, isn't like Mr. Fantastic one of them?
Yep.
Like.
Mr. Dantastic.
It's gonna be
God, Mr. Dantastic.
It's gonna be Dantastic. But no, we are here. We're back. Dave back on the program here every week on Behind the Counter, moving forward. Good to have him back on the set. Mark, I think Dan just wanted the spotlight on him.
I think his head is emitting its own light is the issue.
But yeah, it looks like looking at it, the lighting is but yep, that side's good. So we'll have to.
Because there's a little bit more of this.
You know what it is? Have you ever seen? Okay, well, you ready? Have you guys ever seen Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Like, no. Have you seen Seinfeld? Are you true Seinfeld watchers?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's an episode that has this. You know what episode it is?
An issue with lighting.
Yeah.
Where I think it was George having like issues at work.
Nope.
Oh.
And I kind of looking at my face kind of reminds me of it. The girlfriend. It's the episode of the Festivus. Have you ever seen the holiday at the George's house? They don't celebrate Christmas. They celebrate.
Oh, Festivus.
Yes.
For the rest of us.
Yes. And Jerry's girlfriend at that time, she looks very, very ugly when the light is on her a weird way. And that's what it kind of looks like right now. The light's on the side of my face. One face is dark. The other side is...
Do you know why you're so well lit right now, by the way? Because there's only 3 lights. One is on top of Mike, and then 2 are facing your general direction and area.
I'm
Actually,
blind. They're right on top of me.
Light's absurd on your phone now.
Put that TV up, boy. Right on air too.
Boater says, wipe the lens. Let's go.
Hello. What? It's not the
Wipe
lens.
the lens.
It's the lighting.
Dan.
It's the lighting that's coming down. But nonetheless, we are back here. We get the options and the fooling around with the lighting, moving things around. So we'll be doing that. Nerd glasses will be on the sets here tomorrow. Not on this set, by the way. Let's jump into that. It isn't like we have one set here that all these shows are going to be using. The Nerd Glasses set's over there. The Citadel set's over there. The Weekend Wednesday set's over there. The Brothers in Arms set's over there. The Danny NASCAR set's over there. The Dream Team and Wetro sets are over here. OC5 and the PC Guy, Monday Night Gaming, Thursdays, they're in a whole nother room. Stage 3, as I call it.
Stage 3.
and what a stage it will be, but I am so excited that I never have to pack the Nerd Glasses stuff back in that box ever again.
Yeah, they're over there. The sets will be set up where they don't have to be changed or moved around, and I'm sure we'll be redecorating a little bit. Like we got some furniture that needs to come. Actually, really, the only furniture is this right here. This table is just a temporary.
Very questionable table.
We're trying to look for a nicer, bigger
But it
podcast
gets the
table.
job done.
Well, these are the tables that we break out when work needs to get done, and then later aesthetics. These tables go back in the back for when we need them again later.
It definitely helps with the 6 feet. We gotta be 6 feet away. It definitely helps with that. But but no. So yeah. So we got a lot of cool things going on here. It'll be interesting throughout the week to see all the new shows on the sets. Danny NASCAR and Retro Wednesday, Weekend Wednesday, all of them. So it'll be great to see all those. Citadel will be tomorrow, and yeah. Actually, Dave, the TVs came out good. You dimmed those down. Those look good on this thing now. Before the TVs were like all white.
Tommy's being crazy over there. He's giving
We'll just have to.
the Degeneration X on the side.
Tom did better watch it. And then and not the streaming side alone, we have a whole other section just for the store. And why don't we talk about that for a minute? That opened up a couple weeks ago. The all new Insane Games here in the Wilton Mall. All new product, all new setup, much bigger, much nicer. So if you had to say one thing about the new spot versus the old, what do you like over at the new spot compared to the old? And then reverse the question. If there is anything, what do you like at the old one that this one doesn't have? Complete 180 turnaround there.
Well, I don't like anything about this store at all. Wow, no, I'm just kidding. I like my own section that I have. I'm sure Dave appreciates that as well. A little spot. Now I can start collecting even more pops. I was starting to run out of room. So now it's divided and conquered a new section. I've spread my disease to here.
But what do you like about the new, like the retail store?
Oh, the retail
versus
side?
the old one?
I just like how much more roomy it is in general. It's a little cleaner. The counter's a little cleaner. We were missing the island. That would be the one thing that I disliked about
I
our counter
surprisingly
now.
have been going fine without the island.
It hasn't come into play yet, but
I kind of like the island.
I think Dan and I had a moment 2 weeks ago when one of the first pop orders came in, and I'm holding one of the boxes, and Dan's at the computer, and we didn't have to like turn signal or anything. I just walked past him, and having that much room to be able to do that was great. My thing about this store that I really like that I hated about the other one is I walk around on the floor and I'm not reminded that the floor is old enough to vote. That the carpet doesn't have enough experience to be able to fill up a resume and a LinkedIn account. And I'm not reminded, remember that stain from 2000 and... Yikes!
yeah, I do like the wood floor. And
it is the wood floor.
the floor in here is so nice. The
You guys
granite
can
floor.
kinda
Can
see
you
it.
see it on there? Yep,
Yeah,
you can see it
the
behind me
nice
and
marble
Dan.
floor. I mean, this place is all out in here. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
both the store and the streaming center is all. But like, this is all high end stuff in here.
I will say, though, and Mike, I don't know if you've had to do this at all, but
Yes, I
the
have to
one
step up for a
time
second.
the one time when I'm closing, where I realized I actually have to call out to make sure someone's not standing. Because in the old store, you literally just went, wham, close the gate. Now you actually have to like, excuse me, we are closing now. Like,
Yeah,
God knows we don't want Dan coming in the morning having someone doing like the Eric Andre, let me out.
But the one thing I like about the store, well, I'll wait till Mike gets back. The one thing I do like is the carpet, the mats we have now. Those mats that give you the extra cushion.
Yes.
There's like these mats that they had in the back here, way in the back of the store that we will not name. That was here that left. They left these mats that had like an inch thick cushion. So we took those from behind the counter that we now use at our bar area and moved that to behind our new counter. And so now we kind of get this nice little cushion as we're walking around.
Sweet, sweet bunion protection going on behind the counter. So, you know what? While Mike is assisting with further increasing the value of the space, how interesting, Dan, that you managed to hire former NFL quarterback Matt Schaub. How interesting that we just have him standing behind the counter as we speak.
Yeah, it just was randomly on the market.
You know, I guess his second run in at the Falcons must not have worked out that well. Matt Ryan's not getting hurt, so now we just have Matt Schaub standing behind the counter, doing all the work, greeting the customers. You know,
Matt Schaub.
still getting the touchdowns, things like that. But it's really cool to have him there.
It is. I didn't even pick up on that until Dave just mentioned that.
What are we talking about?
Now his name's Matt Swab. And
Matt Swab. You don't even know the name. Is that his name or?
wait, what did I say?
Swab, like cotton swab.
No. But his name is the real one, like
What's
the
his
one.
name?
Schaub.
Alright, close.
And I think I just said Swab the first time. And but yeah, so I didn't realize I didn't even really pick up that they have the same name. Interesting.
Actually,
Former football player.
Pretty cool.
Our Matt Schaub's better than the Falcons' Matt Schaub, by the way. Sorry, pal. You blew it on the Texans. Our Matt has it covered on the counter.
He stopped at the Raiders too, and he stunk there.
One thing I'm thinking about when you mentioned that we lost the island, we did gain the trade counter, which I think is kind of holding us over and not really realizing that the island is
come in
gone.
such handy. Don't know either of you
Just
have
throw
had
anything
people.
right on that.
Yeah, people. It's no longer like product landing straight on the glass counter, and there is seating for people to truly be able to feel like they are at home. And people have made themselves quite at home just to go.
It's true.
When our friends and family at security and O&M come around, and so a lot of them do sit at those as well, which is awesome.
So, so we kind of gained that. So the store, I was saying to Dave, that what I really like is the mats that we have back there now.
Oh yeah.
Behind the counter,
Nice
had
on the
that.
knees.
Oh yeah, it's much easier on the legs and the feet. Yeah, what do they call that in the middle of the foot? Your palm.
The arch.
No. What do they call like the middle of your foot?
The arch.
The sole. Easier on the soles of your feet, right?
Oh,
Am I saying that
the
right?
bottom of your feet. That's
Yeah,
the sole.
like the middle part.
Yeah.
Dan has no soul. That's why. The
I mean,
That's why I couldn't think of the word. I have no soul.
That comes to happen when you own your own business. You really have to trade in some things. And
But no, so the new store I think is great. We have a whole new product, all new figurines. We got all new pop figures that are coming out.
Got a pretty couple nice ones today.
We got a
10
couple
inch Shenron, quite moist.
bunch of the
We'll be showing that off later on.
oh yeah.
Dragon Ball Z pops came in today. We had a lot of the holiday ones been selling. Number one is the Holiday Joker. Actually, the Joker across the board has been selling because we also now get the 10-inch Joker as well, and we also get the Holiday Joker in, which is the normal size, and we're selling both of them like crazy. I got to order more.
For a second, I thought you were making a joke about selling my collection. You got some Dragon Ball Z pops.
Yeah, Mike, you didn't even notice that Dan took like 6 of them out there.
Oh, I have
need
them
some Dragon Ball
fully
Z pops
inventoried.
out.
We all have our collections fully inventoried around here.
It is true.
Don't
But,
even.
Yeah, do you have your pop collection inventoried? Because Mike and I do.
Oh, I know my pop.
We know our PPG. We should. That should be the weekly thing we also do.
No,
What's our pop collection worth?
But I'm not
I'm slightly
looking,
embarrassed
I'm
by
not,
it.
right now, I'm not actively looking for more pops.
I'm not either.
Actually,
Mike
there's
isn't.
one. The new Jeff Gordon pop. that
Anytime
comes
you
out
want to
with him.
cheat, you can just put every pop in the store and count that as your
The
collection.
new Jeff Gordon pop with him with having the stash. I gotta get that
That
one.
one,
dirt
yeah.
stash.
That comes out in February. I gotta put those. And
That's
there's
a
a new
must.
the Bald Rock. The bald,
Yes.
Just Bring It Rock is coming out. I gotta get that
The
one.
Bald Rock.
What do you mean? There are two. If you know wrestling, there's two
There's
rocks.
just the Rock. You don't just
Nope.
separate them between the Bald
Absolutely
Rock
wrong.
and the Rock.
There's two rocks. There's the Rock that has when he started to get his receding hairline.
Rock
that's
in his
He's
when-
still the same guy with or without hair, though.
I actually think he's a completely different person.
You're just
when he
gonna
went
judge
bald.
his whole person.
Now he's
Bald
PG Rock when he comes out bald. Bald is like PG Rock. The Rock back when he had hair was the one dropping the Stephanie McMahon $2 walking quarter penny.
But so what? How did Bald Rock change when he shaved his hair? Or did he go
lost-
bald by
But
fluke?
when
He
he
went
went
to-
bald, the changes within WWE started to hit. Where they started to become like, oh, we can't talk about this anymore. We can't say those words.
So,
And
do you think he just got so stressed out? Like, I'll never be able to tell a promo again. Just-
Having
now-
a deep bald conversation here. Hold
now
on.
when Bald Rock comes out, he says words like, what does he call people now? Like, he doesn't call them any of the swear
Bald
words.
brony.
Yeah, he calls them
he
like.
still calls them jabronis, but I'm really glad that they got rid of Rudy Poo Candy Ass.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that
Now he
didn't
calls
make any
people like
sense.
Fruit Loops. Oh, Fruit Loop John Cena.
The man is a see.
He is a
I'll
walking
argue with
Fruit
that
Loop,
point.
but-
He is a walking Fruit Loops ad. That man has a billion different neon colored shirts, whereas The Rock had 2 colored shirts, white ones and black ones.
Secret. No, I do enjoy eating Fruit Loops. Tom makes fun of it all the time
Dan.
when I'm eating Fruit Loops. I'm a very big dry cereal guy.
And the joke The Rock made was Fruity Pebbles. I don't know how I know that, you don't.
He is right.
I love that we absolutely need to bring back the Ring the Bell. There's so many interesting WWE things happening, including the fact that we are misquoting what General Mills cereal Dwayne the Rock
It is.
to the Tooth Fairy Johnson.
He is. They do call him the Fruity Pebbles. It wasn't Fruit Loops.
And it's because he did commercials with Fruity Pebbles.
That's true. That's true. Boater Dan's one to judge people's hair. Boater, watch it.
So Dan, I really do need to make sure I get this cut, because otherwise I'm going to have to do what I did during the last shutdown, which was let my students have at it, and it was fine. It was fine. They just had scissors and a buzzer, and it was a little bit scary for a couple of minutes.
I don't know, Dave. You might do a quick rush to get a haircut before if they close any of the hair salons down.
I mean, we are at 2 point something, so you know.
We were at 1.6 before. Did we go up?
Alec, ooh, people being sassy today. So Dan, what's one of your favorite things that we're now stocking, or have the space to stock in the store? Because to be honest, again, like, and I tell people this all the time, we didn't change our inventory even in iota when we moved here. We didn't need to. We just flexed the accordion open as opposed to closed. So what's one of your favorite items that's currently out there that wasn't necessarily new or things like that? What do you think?
I like what we're doing with the pops right now. I kind of like how we have them set up. I kind of like how we're only ordering the certain ones and the statues. I mean, I guess what I'm really happy right now is with all the product that's not video game related coming in. I think we're pretty pleased with the pop setup. When you walk into the front of the store, I like the plush. We got all new plush stuff in, all new figurines, all new pops. I kind of like what we're doing with the front of the store, kind of making it look a little bit more pop culture related. Not so much necessarily all video games. And
What
people walk
about
in.
you, Mike? What's your favorite product that's in stock in the store right now?
Probably a lot of the older gems that we've gotten in recently. We've got a bunch of the nice Game Boy games, some Castlevania games that Dan won't sell me for a reasonable price. But
Are we gonna talk about that? Let's talk about that. I'm getting tired of discussing this.
I don't think you want to bring it up. You don't want the smoke on this, Dan.
I'm getting so tired of it. The bishop has laid down the rules as to what what it's
Why
going
don't you
to be.
lower the eyebrows before we start? Don't bring that
I
up.
have no, ladies and gentlemen, you are just as out of the loop with this as I am. What happened?
So
here,
Mike,
Can I go first? Or Dan paid $2 for a game and he wants to charge me like $85 for it. It's
I
outrageous.
did not pay
That's how I'm
$2
gonna put
for
it
it.
out. I'm just gonna say we won't name the game.
no, name the game. Name the game.
Castlevania double pack. It's worth $85, but Dan paid $2 in front of my face.
The guy came in with a very big handheld collection, a lot of Pokemon, and this game came in. I didn't know what it was worth. at the time. We certainly didn't give him $2. Okay.
Tom.
Nonetheless, what did you say?
He said, "What do you mean?"
Nonetheless, Mike obviously found it interesting. He wants the game.
So I looked up the price and I said, "I'll pay $40 for it," which is $38 more than Dan paid. I don't know the math, the percentage
but 50% less than its value. And I came back and said, and now Johnny, who's been around here a lot more often, and we all know, John. If you don't know who Johnny is labeled the Insane Games Bishop. He handles internal problems. One could say he's also labeled as HR. Okay, we don't,
He is absolutely HR. I have gone to him numerous times with suggestions, and he has said that he will file them in circular filing.
But Johnny happened to be here when Mike brought the situation up, and he laid down the law. And the
He
law
didn't really lay down the law. He said 50, but I have to wait until after Christmas.
Which I thought was fair.
Fair. That's incredibly fair. If it
Very
survives
outrageous.
the Christmas rush, which Mike, as we both know,
He
not
doesn't
going
think
to,
it's
but-
fair.
You don't like that?
No. I think I should have been able to pay $40 for it that day. Playing these games, they're probably going to try to extra sell it on me to make sure I don't get it.
I'm going to sell it to you I'll tell you what. I'm going to take $10 off that so I can sell it to you so I don't have to give it to Mike for $50 in a week.
Now it's up to the gods, and I'm sure
you know what?
someone will step in and
On Black
jack me.
Friday, walk in the store and go, I'll pay $70 for that. Watch Dan so quickly. Sold!
But Johnny laid the law down. He's the bishop.
He didn't really lay the law down.
When the rules always know when the bishop lays it down, that's how it is.
He said it very kindly. He tried to say 60, to which I retorted 50, to which he bent the knee to. So I would hardly say the law was laid down. Perhaps he recited it gently to me.
That's not no. When the bishop explains the situation,
He didn't
in
drop the
verdict-
hammer by any means.
I was going to say, that doesn't sound like a
So
hammer.
So I guess the question: do you want to appeal the bishop?
I think that's a fair ruling, but I will catch you when you're 1v1, and I will bully you to get my price.
So what
that I
would be?
want.
I guess what the question is: what would be if someone appeals the bishop? Does that mean it goes right to my desk now? That I deal directly
that is a
with
good
it?
question.
Where's the
You'd
pyramid?
probably have to have Tom and you and Johnny involved at that point. Tommy thought that was a reasonable thing with the bishop as well, so you're lucky.
Do we reference the Tower of Power? But it's a fair question. Johnny gives a ruling on something internally.
By the way, I would like to
We
put
do
it
need to have
forth
that put up somewhere.
that I think I deserve at least a couple more points on the Tower of Power.
Well, we're
Because,
talking power.
Last time I looked at the Tower of Power,
Dave's trying to jump in now.
We've definitely made some serious upgrades on
I'm
our
in
scale.
there, but last time I saw it, I was at the exact same echelon as people that got hired 10 minutes ago. And I think now...
I think you were one high.
almost
No,
six
you were just
years-
hired at that point.
Almost, I think, yes, at the time. But now that it's been almost 6 years, I think I've earned at least, not to say a lot, but a skosh. Just a skosh.
Do you think about?
It's a slippery scope when you're vying
Do you
for
think
power.
about the time when Dave was hired? He was around the same time as Sam, Tyler, Jeremy.
Yeah. All dorks.
Nonetheless, Tower of Power aside, I think it's a reasonable question that if Johnny issues a ruling, what's the appeal process?
We'll have
And
to
if
come
there's an
down to
appeal
one.
process, where does that go? If Mike wants to appeal it,
I believe it goes to the nearest gathering of as equivalent points.
I believe the
Whether
ruling
it
is
includes
Johnny's word
Johnny
is
or
just
not.
official and that's it. Okay, but
Not always.
I think you got to have something else there.
We'll
You know
see.
what? Make it a Black Friday incentive. If Mike can sell over X amount, he gets that for however much he wants to pay for it.
We'll see.
Put a
That'd be
sales
bad.
goal down.
That was when Dan was cool in the old days when he'd give us free games. We made sales.
Do you
goals.
remember
Now he
that?
just treats us like
Tom,
people that,
Tom,
I don't know,
do
slaves.
you remember the push we made that first year on Black Friday when Dan goes, yeah, everyone gets a free game if we get over this amount, and all of us immediately were like, sir, can I help you with that? Do you need anything? It was
But the retort
so
to that is you
good.
guys should be sounding like that to begin with.
Now, Your Honor, I would
Now,
like it stated,
what?
I would like it stated that rather good sales these days, and Mike and I aren't necessarily always behind the counter. I know we do have NFL quarterback Matt Shaw, but still, things are going well. I gotta say though, I'm a little bit surprised since we moved across the mall. All of us did a great job of telling people, but like sales picked up, didn't slow down, but just increased. Like, it's almost as if we moved away from a dying part of them.
We've been
We are
busy.
getting a lot of new customers in general. They were just in like, oh, well, this
I think the
mall has a video game
demographic has
store?
changed. More people walk. I think you realize how many people walk. Well, first off, let's be honest with you. 3 years ago, that was the spot to be where we're at. I mean, this was really the spot to be too. This hallway that we're at now. But like that was just as the food court, the movie theaters.
Absolutely.
You know, first off, I still think if you want to be nosy and gossipy and all that in the mall, that's definitely still the spot to be. You can see everything in this. But I'm serious. That you see, like you can see all the mall managers walking. You can see everything. Here, you don't necessarily see what goes on. You know, we're kind of just limited to this hallway now. But like, so you know,
We will be 1,000% less involved with inter-mall drama that we're not aware of, but
the mall drama continues to follow us everywhere we go. Trying to move some pink carts out of here. We got problems with that.
Parlay into that little discussion.
No, not really.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's not our problem anymore. We took the 55 pink dressers we have in here and we jammed them into an old storage unit, and now the other people can deal with it. The other people in the mall can deal with it. We offered to be nice. I went down and was very nice, and I said, "I just look at the movie," and I just got talked down to. So now they can figure it all out themselves.
So can we? Are we officially saying something is dead to Dan, or are we waiting till next week to start declaring things?
We'll see. We won't go to that stage just yet. Mark says Supreme. I'm reading. I'm way behind on the comments. Mark says Supreme Court.
Can we go up a little bit further then? Where he said Dan needs some powder for that forehead.
I'm sorry. I saw that comment and I chuckled about it. But then I watched Mike see it, look back, and I love that we're bringing it back.
I was waiting till we addressed chat, but I definitely took note of it when I saw it.
Alex saying too much drama. Story of the middle mall.
There is. But I do see it. I kind of thought you what?
It's all the mic lips. So.
Oh, I kind of thought you guys were talking about it before, and I remember saying you guys both of you were like, "Oh no, you down like there's no demographics coming here. I know what these two are talking about." But now I do kind of see it. I see a lot of like today. There's been a lot of just people coming in, and surprisingly, not too many people mentioning the name that we will not mention of the store that was here before us. No one really mentions that. We've gone. The only way I say we're not mentioning that name is we've gone out of our way, not once, not twice, not 3 or 4 times, to take measures of getting rid of a certain color in this store. It's been painted once, it's been painted twice, it's been painted 3 times, if not 4. So I think it's safe to say that we will not mention that store's name in here because we've gone through great lengths to get rid of it. And nonetheless, not too many people have been in here referencing that name anymore when they come in here.
I have now heard it twice.
I think I've heard it
Sunday,
maybe once.
I had someone today.
Before we got rid of that color, people were mentioning it, but now.
Do you want me to go grab the thing that they left here, though?
Is it something large?
Indeed it is.
It's large and in charge. Go get it, Dave. If you want.
Yes.
Did you hear what TJ said?
No.
TJ said, I think it's TJ. It could be a little. He said we should have it somewhere as a reference to what was here before and what we've changed. I'm not just sticking that up somewhere for people to see every 2
You
minutes.
should frame it.
All right, so no one do anything. Just 1 second. Gasquaz12327 asking us, do we want to become famous? We can buy followers, primes, and viewers. Thank you so much, but we're not fucking losers, and we don't need to buy followers and subs. You can't also buy subs. It doesn't make any sense.
Go check Channel 10. We're already famous.
Make sure though, Quaz, to hit the follow button here to watch us become famous.
That bot has already left and gone to another page.
Damn. All right. So they did a really good job of scouring the store until we were moving those pink containers.
I kind of want to rip this table open.
Why? Don't take it on the table because you're mad you can't get Castlevania for 50% off.
I'm gonna, and you'll watch, and you'll like it.
The bishop has labeled it down. So
That's
yeah,
fine.
so there's not really much. You're not gonna put it on or something? I figured you put it on.
I mean, I will.
I think Dave's gonna come in and do something weird with it.
I mean, they left it here, and the way you can tell they definitely forgot about it is the fact that the security hanger is still on it. How
Is
much?
this a high quality bra here?
And what does that say under it?
What? Victoria's Secret.
Oh, it doesn't
What
say
size are we
Dave,
working
you
with
can't
there?
say it.
They took the price off of it. Why would they take the price off of it and then leave it? Well, long story short, they left exactly one thing.
What size was it, Dave?
They left some other things too in the changing room. We won't go over those. Disposable, whatever they were.
Disposable thongs.
Yikes! And they left the Did you see those manual return forms for online orders in the back?
I didn't see that.
Yes!
I
Mike,
actually looked at
they're
those.
extensive!
I actually looked at them for a minute. I'm like, I wonder if we can use these for something. And I was like, and then I said to myself, Dan, are you serious right now? I was actually looking at them. I'm like, I wonder if we can use these forms for anything. 'Cause there was so many of them. And then I was like, Dan, are you being serious? Just get rid of them. But and they left all their bags. They left the most of around here is dust. You think with a store full of a bunch of ladies working in them, you think they'd be cleaning out the dust and stuff.
Whoa! Whoa, Dan!
You would think the amount of dust in here, they'd be cleaning or something, but there's dust everywhere.
Dan!
It's
you
crazy.
would think for a corporate entity they would be cleaning up around here.
Just saying.
Whoa!
I'm not
Just
sure if I
saying.
can be a part of this program if Dan's going to be speaking in that manner.
Just saying, you would think there wouldn't be as much dust laying around. It was absurd.
Why is that?
You rolled out these carts and there's dust everywhere. You see the piles of dust we have back there?
Well, why shouldn't it be dusty?
What do you mean?
From what you said earlier.
With the amount of tools that they had in there?
So,
I'm changing my
Whoa,
statement.
now they're tools.
to bring it back, did you actually see the online purchase return form? It's extensive. It's like 4 pages long for each individual circuit, and you have to give them like cell phone, social security number, the CCV on the back of the credit card.
Jesus.
So I'm like looking at that one day, and I was like, "Good Christ!" Like, it's ridiculous the things that they did leave here, and yet the large amount of things that they didn't leave here.
Like the sound system, and they did cut the cords on that, and like.
To be fair, we did that the last time we left the store. Dan, Mike, and I were sitting around, and we literally just went, "We're taking it. We're taking the whole damn thing."
You realized he was digging and threw the shovel out the window. Nah, that's a good way of saying it.
Damn right.
But yeah, so those forms are a little ridiculous, but that's a ton of filling out and a ton of paperwork. I was like, that for an online order form.
Yeah.
But no, they didn't leave. They actually left it kind of clean. It was kind of professionally done now. They painted super white over all the little signs in here. So like we wanted to keep those signs. Like, nope, we're not looking for where it says.
They're like their catchphrases and things like that. They went through and they put a coat of white paint over top of them, so that if somebody had have gotten in here and was taking pictures or doing things, it wouldn't be Victoria's Secret or yada yada yada. It would be like very clearly someone is in a closed store. Speaking of identity theft.
So here at the streaming area, so we have what we're calling like stages 1, 2, and 3, and the main stages. I think we'll probably put a video. Probably have Steve in here, and we'll do a video, kind of doing a tour of the space when it's more finished. I think when it's like more like really really done, fully decorated, we'll do like a tour of everything and kind of give viewers an idea of what it looks like behind the scenes here.
That's not just because if you watch the News Channel 10 report, the gentleman did a great job of taking establishing shots, but not giving
The scope.
the whole scope of the thing.
So this is 9,000 square feet. So this space is huge. And I think people will give a good idea what people can get a good visual how the store kind of works into. I mean, literally the store is right there. We act like it's far away. It's literally we could take the camera and walk right in, and you're right there. But yet you can't really hear anything in there, which is so great.
You can hear the subtle, gentle beep.
And every time I hear that, I say to myself, is that a sale? I wish there's a sale going through right now.
Dan's
Is it a
ears
sale?
perk up.
It is a sale.
It's but yeah, it's Boater. It's over 9,000. Yep, it is. We have a huge back room. We
Say
have
it like that.
what?
You can't softball it in like that.
What?
The quote.
It's over 9,000
That's
square
better.
feet.
That's better. I'll take that.
It's 9,000 square feet. I put a request in for a T-shirt and it was denied. And I was like, whatever.
Oh my God! I would pay to no end amount of money of Dan crushing a can and saying, "It's over 9,000."
I put a request to have a shirt that says it's 9,000 square feet, but it was denied with no reason given. It was just denied. And I was like,
That's a shame.
whatever.
It's 9,000 isn't the joke. It's over 9,000.
But we have a huge back room. We have not one, but 2 bathrooms.
Two times.
They're both stanked out, by the way. Don't come here to use the bathroom.
So that means Mike could be in one bathroom and Dave can be in the another bathroom at the same time.
With the walkie-talkies.
We're getting walkie-talkies.
Dan's wanted some
What?
walkie-talkies. He's very curious about the technology.
We walk around with the things in our ear?
I didn't know you wanted that. That's even better.
Ooh. I don't want Agent Smith earpieces. However,
What's wrong with Agent Smith?
I just
The big stores have those, Dave.
yeah, and we're this is 90% of our workforce.
But that's not the point. The point is you can get lost in here very quickly. Dave and I didn't know that we're both in the storage room a week or two ago.
Oh my God! I think I told you about that.
We passed each other not knowing that both of us were in there.
What, was it dark?
No,
Lights
just I was working one of the aisles back there, and Dave just happened to walk in and scared the shit out of me. And Dave goes, "Oh, I didn't see you there." I didn't see you there either, Dave.
I love that back room. I also love the shelving units. If you check on my Instagram, you can see me wildly disregarding the "Don't climb on these" signs. But
I think one thing we do need to look at is some kind of new phone system for in here, because the phone system, the cordless phone, it doesn't. Sometimes this one out here rings, sometimes it doesn't, because the main phone's in the way back. That's where the phone line is. So we may have to come up with some kind of networking phone system where like it can kind of actually like page to certain rooms or.
it's haunting to now hear the dun, 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 and I'm like, where is the nearest phone?
But so yeah, so we gotta come up with something cool for that. But we have like 3 different stage rooms. We have a nice lobby where people can sit in when they come in. We got a nice bar area, with TVs that we just installed and tables, a cafeteria. Basically a cafeteria. Let's be honest with you. It's basically a cafeteria.
Dan has stocked the fridge with Yoo-Hoos for me, and it's quite nice. Quite nice.
How many Yoo-Hoos are left?
That was
4.
4.
I'll take one before I leave.
That's
so it'll be
ridiculous.
3.
When I
3
bought
left.
12.
That's
That's
not
a-
that big of a deal.
Dan, that's a really class act on coming from you that you would get Yoo-Hoo for Mike.
I didn't really want to.
Speaking of getting overruled by the bishop, that was one where Dan was overruled by the bishop.
God, so I have to wonder. So Johnny was like really in session. Was there anything else ruled on by the bishop?
Also, the candy that I selected, Johnny, also overruled Dan because I had to throw a tantrum because he took it out of the cart and threw it back on the shelf.
Oh,
Oh. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
How many times? I bet you. How long do you think it takes till Matt answers it? 5 rings.
I'm gonna say 4. So we have
5 rings.
2 more.
We both
Yeah, Matt.
But yeah, so we had whatever. We went. What did we go to Walmart for? We went to Walmart for something.
Was it just for straight up snag? Oh no, Johnny needed a controller.
That's right. And the certain one he needed was at Walmart. And of course, I wanted to get some snacks and made the trip down.
We were all throwing
the
stuff
great
in Dan's
candy
cart,
aisle.
and he was telling us no, and Johnny was saying yes anyway.
And he put in. What did he put in? He put in the caramel cream.
He put in like this one small box of like 6 caramel creams, and Dan's like, no.
They were $1. And Johnny threw a complete fit because they're only $1. And I kept throwing them out and putting them in, and he kept putting them back in.
It was quite the scene.
And then Mike bought like a $10 bag of chocolate candy.
It was like $8.50.
Hell yeah!
The chocolate's disgusting.
Was it the Reasons?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're good.
Well worth.
Not
$10.
really.
Everyone likes them but you.
Not really.
Tom is somewhat unsold on them.
I like when I bite in. I don't want to lose my teeth biting into
Well,
a
you have
thing
to
of chocolate.
be careful.
So that basically, so what you're saying is basically that's safe for me and Mike to just have at.
I have been. I also had a Snickers today.
God. You know what? Do you guys want a counter of how many things we have eaten in the past week?
But I went over the
We won't
rules
tell
of the food
Dan.
and the drink.
As long as we're not absurd, and I think
I said
I've
as
been
long as it
reasonable.
gets respected, and that is like having a snack here and there.
We did slightly disrespect it yesterday, though. We were playing baseball. Everyone was getting sweaty, so we left a bunch of half-full waters there.
Waters,
And Dan-
3 bags of chips over here that were emptied.
But that was a different circumstance when you have a bunch of athletes going
the
wild.
snacks are
Yeah.
designed the snacks are designed to go back and randomly have a water. If you drink 5 gallons of water a day, you should be bringing your own water. The snacks are designed for you should never be walking back there and walking out with 5 pieces of snacks in your hand.
That's absurd. I just get one at a time.
Exactly.
But I might take 5 separate trips in a day, but
It's not designed to keep you full for your whole shift either.
what's the point of it if you're not supposed to eat it, man?
Yeah. It's not for show.
It's not for show, but
Dan
it's
wants it
also
as a decoration.
it looks
Oh.
good when it's there.
Speaking of which, what food so far that you have stocked back there is solely decoration, has no one touched?
Probably the Fritos. I don't think
Well,
anyone's
no
eating
one's
the
really there for
Fritos.
decoration. I will find out though. You know what candy I've been waiting to have? Okay, back there, and they're actually my favorite. One of my favorites.
Musketeers.
The 3 Musketeers. And
I
they're
only have
almost
one
freaking
after you
gone.
said that.
They're almost gone. I
swear.
haven't had one of the
I've
3
only had
Musketeers
one
yet.
since you said that was your favorite. I moved to Snickers after I saw that. Yes.
It's been the last 3 weeks that I've had 3 of them, but still. I didn't know those are your favorites, so I will also stop eating them.
Well, they're not my favorites, but like out of all the candy bars,
I had at least one.
like I actually would probably prefer even the stick. I just when I have a 3 Musketeer bar, I enjoy it, but I have not had one yet.
So I think there's 5 in the there's 5 in the box. You have 1. I've had 3. So there's
There's
one left
2
for you.
left.
Oh, so
There's,
there's 6.
there's 1 in each box.
Okay.
I think there's 3 that
I
come
was
in each
this
one.
close to having one today, but I went with Snickers instead.
It's so
I had
absurd.
mercy on the Musketeers.
I think it's fair in a 4-hour shift that I would enjoy 1 3 Musketeers.
Say, we have some love for the Fritos in chat. No?
Actually, they give you a lot of the Cheetos. I actually like those, so I don't mind those.
Cheetos are delicious, except for the fact that when I'm not working alone, I'll definitely eat them. But I just don't want to be like, I have a treat and let me Fritos hand over.
I did
your
have
system.
2 bags of Doritos today, but the Doritos are very, very small bags.
That is, there's like
They're like 5 pieces of chips.
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
there's
they're
like 8
fun
full
sized
chips,
bags,
8
basically.
full tortilla chips in there.
But quite frankly, it's a perfect size.
It is,
It leaves me. I'm not completely full, but it leaves me wanting a little bit more at the end.
and that's when you hit up the candy section.
I've come to realize that I enjoy Doritos when I'm eating the little bags. But then when I go home and I had the big bag, I don't enjoy them as much. I don't know what it is.
I think you got to start opening your horizons on the Doritos. Have you tried the other flavors at all?
What do you mean?
Or do you only like the nacho cheese?
First off, the norm.
That's the norm.
The norm is nacho.
Shut the fuck
You're
up.
getting it laid into you, Mike. Wow.
Don't tell me about Doritos, all right? I've eaten fucking thousands of bags of Doritos.
The norm for Doritos are the nacho cheese. Okay, that's just the normal
That's
Doritos.
why I said it's time to open your horizons.
Okay,
Do
I don't mind the Cool Ranch.
That's actually my favorite.
The
you had-
Flamin' Hot, I'm willing to try.
That you should have.
I had a
That's
bag.
what I was gonna start.
bought a bag, but
Tommy.
ate it all. Never seen the bag ever again because I wasn't able to try them. What's the other? What's the ones in the gray bag?
The gray bag?
There's a gray bag one. It's like black and gray.
Actually, I don't know.
Now I have to.
I know there's a purple one. I like those. The Oriental one. What was it? The sweet chili. Those
Yeah,
ones are
sweet
pretty
chili.
moist.
Dan, you would like sweet chili.
Pretty
You
moist.
really
I
would.
don't know about that, Dave. I don't really like chili. Kathy makes chili at home, and I'm like, I'll pass.
This is sweet chili now.
You pass on poor Kathy's cooking.
I can't believe you would
She
pass
works
on it.
so hard.
Kathy's chili like
She
that.
knows I don't like chili, so she very rarely makes it.
What a shame.
Kathy, if you're watching, we want a bowl of your chili here.
So there's Flamin' Hot Nacho, Flamin' Hot Limon, Nacho Cheese,
You
Cool
like that?
Ranch, Spicy Sweet Chili, Dynamite Chili Lemon, Poppin' Jalapeno, which is probably pretty good.
Dave likes the
Spice-
jalapeno stuff.
Spicy Nacho, which is delicious, by the way.
These are stop. These are all names for the same thing. A hot Dorito.
Yeah.
So like we have
Pretty much, honestly, Dan, any Dorito I think is better than the nacho cheese. Nacho cheese still pretty good.
It's
but-
the norm, Mike.
I think any of them are better
Do I need
than
to say it
that.
again?
There's,
That's like a very childish
The
Dorito,
norm.
the nacho cheese.
but Dan,
It's
you're
nacho
missing-
cheese. It's nacho cheese.
Where's that spicy nacho, Dan?
Well, we just talked about that. We talked about how I bought a bag.
See,
It's just gone.
Tom
You
gets
ate
it.
the whole thing. Wasn't able to try it at home.
Because it was so good, I ate the whole bag. and you
There's
couldn't stop.
also Blazing Buffalo and Ranch, Salsa Verde.
Wait, is Blazing Buffalo and Ranch together?
Oh yeah, those ones were pretty
See,
good.
if it's just
Those are
Blazing
good.
Buffalo, I try it. I don't want
Well,
ranch.
it's like Cool Ranch chips.
What about
That's what it means.
Flamas?
I don't like the ranch.
You don't like Cool Ranch? You
No.
just told me.
I
30
will
seconds.
have it. I don't really enjoy it.
So they mix in a couple Cool
I've
Ranch
always had
chips
the
with a
deep
couple
suspicions
buffalo
it
chips.
gives me a headache
Ooh.
after.
Mike,
I
have
think
you
that's
seen
just the
these ones?
MSG.
I would definitely try Doritos Tapatio. That's
But you don't.
That's
None of these
what I-
flavors are at Walmart when you go. They
none,
have
of,
a.
none of these flavors are anywhere because they're delicious and people buy all of them.
You walk in and all they have are the Cool Ranch and I think they have the spicy.
It's normally
ones.
sweet chili, the norm, and Cool Ranch,
That's not the norm.
and spicy nacho.
Bloody thing
Well,
is
the
so
norm
much
is not
description,
just-
by the
That's
way.
mine. Get your own sayings, Mike. Your eyebrows went about foot high when I said it the first time.
I wasn't
You're
sure
shocked
if
I
you-
broke that word down to you.
I can't believe someone's telling me about Doritos, man.
I don't know an awful lot about Doritos, Mike.
You don't know much about food in general.
Wait, I don't know what that means.
You eat like a child. I
Not
think we're sure
really.
we've all discussed that before.
Not really.
Really.
If you go
Really,
back into
really.
the archives of Behind the Counter, there have been numerous discussions about actually each of our eating habits and how individually we are disgusting human beings
much.
for the foods that we eat and the foods that we don't eat.
They even pulled some questionable things in here over the years.
Dave will
Is
eat
mochi
anything.
candy when it comes in?
I don't think I've seen Dave say he hates anything in particular yet.
No,
I'm not gonna lie,
and
Dave.
you're gonna be hard pressed.
Coming in with some of the fried fish, or you get some. Bit questionable.
Do you know how depressed I am, by the way, that I can no longer get the lamb in this mall anymore?
I was so appalled the first time it smelled so bad.
I'm so surprised I didn't get fired that day because it was Deucey and Mike, and you were in Florida, and then Mike goes, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, they offered me a lamb gyro," and Mike literally, his soul left his body, and he was like, "The what?"
I do have to open it up a little bit.
Mike's trying to break down Doritos to me. You better be careful. I know an awful lot about the Doritos.
You don't know
Awful-
shit
awful
about
lot-
Doritos, Dan.
What?
You don't know shit about Doritos.
I know an awful lot about it. Candy? Don't even test me with the candy.
Maybe candy because you work at the league. What's it called? The concession stand. So you actually do sell candy for a side living. So
That
maybe...
has nothing to do with it. I'm a candy master.
Okay.
You're saying that I should definitely bring back the old Factor crap based upon candy.
Based off of food.
I would like to kick Dan's ass.
All right, for next
FYE
week.
does have some pretty questionable candies on there we could try.
They
if it
really
wiggles,
do.
Dave, if it wiggles or it has fur, okay, I'm gonna throw it in the garbage, and then I'm gonna send you for a lap around the mall.
Fur.
That mochi had basically fur on it.
Are you gonna have? Do you have to touch it before I have to do the lap?
No.
Then I'm not doing it.
Oh, I have to touch it?
Yeah.
I guess.
You
If I
at
touch
least-
it and I deem that
you
it's furry,
at
then
least
it's...
have to physically touch it, whether it be hand or in your mouth, either or.
Willy Wonka wannabe over here.
But
I would
will-
basically be perfect at running a candy factory.
I would gladly run a lap starting at the front of the store, around and to the back door.
And one of these days, I'm getting one of those big Rice crispy things over there.
That
And have-
we should have a competition about who can eat a whole one.
You know, Mike, we may have to start doing a different bag of the Doritos every time.
Wait a minute. That competition Mike just pitched sounds like Mike gets a tray of Rice Krispies.
It wouldn't
for
be
free.
Dan involved. I don't trust him. It'd have to be me and Tom. I still need to avenge the
Return
peanut butter
to
and
Factor
jelly
Crab.
boss.
I like the idea of Factor Crab food style. Some kind of food.
By the by, I think that we're missing a great opportunity here in the fact that right outside of that wall and that wall are glass cases that we could easily use as a punishment, and one of us would have to stay in there for a certain amount of time on particular
Dunce in
days.
a box.
Dunce in a box.
Like, so I'm not gonna lie. What I pictured was like, oh, Dave, you bought something and it didn't work. You're going in the glass case, and I have my ukulele, and it's above my head is live on Insane Games TV on Twitch, and I just pretend I can't hear anybody that's trying to talk
You
to
have
me
been
directly.
sentenced to a dunce in a box.
Every couple of minutes.
So,
Loud ass ripping.
all right, so we're coming up onto an hour.
Coming.
Your very own penalty box.
We're going to talk a little bit. Next week, we'll talk a little bit more about the space, give you some of the things that are in here, some of the visuals. As we kind of get going, we'll also hopefully have a producer on call here, which will be different, hiring some staff. So we'll be able to kind of pull up some clips of something that we're talking about too that can be shown to viewers.
Nice.
If we're talking about certain candy, like maybe if Boaters were... First off, Boat, if you're watching, you would have had to be pulling up all those images of the Doritos as we're talking about them and putting them on there for people to take a look at. So we know so people know what Doritos we're talking about.
Tom needs my help.
Okay, so we're getting paid from Tom. He's trying to put up a TV. Whoa.
whoa, me.
So next
I
week we'll be
whoa
back
you.
here. Maybe we'll do something food related next week. On behind the counter here.
There will absolutely be a candy factor crap next week that is returning to behind the counter.
There you go.
I already have a hilarious idea.
It was said right there. So Dave will have that next week. Dave back here on Behind the Counter moving forward. No Look podcast, I believe, is up after us. I think Tyler was away, so I think he's back. We'll see. That is up next after us. Monday Night Gaming will close out the program. Nerd Glasses and the Citadel are live from the new studio tomorrow. Of course, you can always catch OC5 throughout the day. We're back on the normal schedule this week. Well, kinda. Thanksgiving's in the mix there. So I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving holiday. See you next week behind the counter. You better go help Tom. He's going to flip out over the TV. Adios.